Welcome to the first introduction of AMZ FBA Wholesale. Now, this was my main business model that led me to start traveling and move to Thailand at around 19 years old. I was working in recruitment compliance beforehand, started this alongside my full-time job until I was making more than my 9 to 5 whilst running my business online, which then I started traveling, which has led to the Daily Mail, Joe.co.uk, The Mirror and many more news articles to write articles exactly about my story. Now, what is AMZ FBA Wholesale? How does it work? It's very similar to eBay, whereas on eBay you have multiple listings for different products and each seller just makes their own listing. On Amazon they all get compiled into one listing and the seller who has the buy box gets most of the sales. But unlike eBay, we have different fulfillment types. Starting off with the most basic, FBM, basically where you handle and store all your inventory yourself. You have 24-hour deadlines for every single sale that you make, which means you have to be at your warehouse ready to dispatch sales all the time. And then you have to manage customer replies, customer service, and all the refunds and stock that your business gets. Of course, this is why we do FBA instead. All our inventory is stored directly in Amazon's warehouse. Amazon picks, packs, and sends our products next day delivery to every single customer and sale that we make. And not only that, but they also handle all the customer replies, all the customer service, and any refunds that we might have to deal with our customers. Now, what are the different types of products that we can sell on Amazon that I'm sure you've heard of is private label. This requires large investments of minimum order quantities of at least 1,000 units, long waiting times from China whilst your product is being manufactured and sent to your warehouses. Not only that, but you also have to make every single individual listing, product photos, titles, descriptions, and a lot of market and keyword research for your listings. Not only that, but once your products actually finally get to Amazon and you have your listing, you have to spend hundreds on PPC campaigns, basically marketing campaigns to actually sell your product. Basically meaning there's a lot of fugazi numbers up in the air. You don't know exactly what your profit margins are going to be, you don't know exactly what your sales are going to be, which leaves a lot of room for error. And not only that, even once you start making sales, you need to build the reviews and the brand history to even continue making sales profitably. Which is why we do wholesale. All we have to do is take products from large brands like Febreze, Mr. Muscle, go to wholesalers, order them in bulk and send them directly to Amazon's warehouse, and Amazon will send it directly to the customer themselves, leaving us with the only work to do, which is to actually get the products from the wholesalers to Amazon. And since we are FBA sellers, that buy box that we mentioned earlier, we actually have priority over all the other FBM sellers. So why do we choose wholesale? First of all, it requires a very low investment amount, starting from around £100, which is our starting test order quantity. Not only is it small investments, but it's also the least amount of time and work required, since we don't have to make the listings, no products, photos, no titles, descriptions. Since that's already made for us, we don't even have to worry about marketing or keyword research, since all the products that we deal with and sell already have a price and sales history behind it. Especially since we're leveraging names from big brands such as Mr. Muscle, Febreze, Samsung, Philips, Sony, Adidas, Puma, Under Armour, meaning all the reviews and sales are already established and have been selling for multiple years beforehand. And there's no need to build reviews because we're not selling our products from scratch. Meaning that we know exactly what our profit margins are going to be before we order any products and exactly how much sales we're making. So we'll be able to calculate exactly what our profit and sales are going to be before we even invest any money into our products. Since we're not having to deal with any fugazi numbers on marketing or PPC campaigns. Which means with every product that we sell, we know before we even invest into it exactly what the sales are going to be and what the profit is going to be and how much money we're going to make based on how much money we invest. So why did I choose AMZ FBA Wholesale to be the catalyst to allow me to move to Thailand? Since AMZ FBA is entirely a numbers game and you know exactly how much money you make from how much money you put in, the more money you save and the more money you invest into your Amazon business, the more money you're going to get back. And in Thailand, with 50% lower cost of living than countries back in the West, all that extra money that you're saving can now be put and invested into your Amazon business to make you even more money. And since all the customer service, delivery and shipment is handled and taken care of by Amazon, that only leaves you to just find the products and send them out to Amazon's warehouse, allowing you to run your entire business directly from your laptop, as I do. So what do we need to get started? To open up an Amazon Seller Central account, it costs around £30 a month. But don't worry, that will only be charged for your first month and everything after will be taken from your sales. Now, it will take around 3 to 5 business days to get your ID and your proof of address verified by Amazon to open up your Amazon account. Now when you're setting up your account, make sure you sign up as an individual and your store name can be anything you want. And make sure you tick no for UPC codes and no if you own a brand. Now once your Amazon Seller Central account is up and running, we're ready to start our product research and start sending out our products to Amazon. So I'll see you in the Amazon FBA crash course inside.